So when I saw the call for applications from DesignTO, I knew immediately that the space I wanted to do an installation in would be knife, fork, book. And when I thought about what kind of material I wanted to use to do this installation, I knew it was paper. It was my intention and my hope that when people walked into KFB, they would feel the proximity of the sky, that they would think about the sky falling and occupy that kind of tenuous space that the bookstore occupies and that we as people are also occupying right now. The beautiful thing about watercolor paint is that you can only control it so much. You can't actually get the paint to do what it is you want it to do. You can encourage it to do different things. So I soak it, I spill on it, I create little rivers in different directions, I add more paint. But essentially, for the paint to be beautiful, you have to let the paint live and do what it chooses. I knew that for this sky to be as radiant as I wanted it to be, I needed to use beautiful paint. So I reached out to Ryan at Genzah Handmade Watercolors and asked if he wanted to participate in this project with me. And he generously donated and gave me really good advice about which colors to use, the paints that I used to create these panels. It was such a beautiful process to watch. The installation is made of torn paper that's stitched back together. The thing that interests me about the process of ripping and stitching paper back together is a contemplation about repair and the possibility of it. And I think there's something in the process of making it that speaks to the content. Making this sky is actually an act of love and community. I got to read the poetry of all of these other poets who do what it is that I do. I got to think about it. I got to offer it back to people. I got to actually be in conversation in this kind of lateral way. And that was a beautiful experience for me, and I want to share that experience with other people. My hope is that people can wander around a knife, fork, book and think about the fact that the sky really is falling, which we all know. We have a collective anxiety about that. And think about the place of art and poetry and literature and paper and lateral thinking inside of it.